Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel, and today's video is going to be my weekly watches from the collection. Hopefully the lighting's a bit better today. I've done this first thing in the morning, get it out of the way when there's some sunlight out. The sunlight's just coming out now, it's just gone 9 o'clock. So yeah, hopefully this lighting is better than my normal lighting. If so, let me know, and until I sort out my lighting, I'm looking at getting a ring light. I will try and only record videos when there are sunlight, so the lighting's a bit better. But yeah, hopefully this works a bit better. Let me know what you think down below anyway. But we'll get cracked straight onto it. So I watched this week a whopping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 titles this week. So yes, a lot. So yeah, we'll get cracking on with the first one, which was Casper, or is it Casper the Friendly Ghost? I don't know. Family film from the 90s, something to do with Spielberg, I think. Executive produced by Spielberg. I must say, I think I'm past the age of enjoying this. I didn't really connect or engage with the film at all. I was distracted by my phone, and it didn't really interest me. I can see that it would have interested kids back in the day, and probably entertains new generations now, but I think I kind of came to the party a bit too late on this one, and yeah, I just didn't get on with it very well. But still, I'm glad I watched it, because now I can say that I don't need to watch it again. As I said, I'm sure people that grew up with it in the 90s when it first came out that are now adults probably really have a soft spot for it. But because I've come to this later on in life, having never seen it before, it's more of a kiddie film, and not for me is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I thought Casper was just, not for me. So that's Casper. Next up, I watched Juno, which I got from CEX last weekend, and one that I've been wanting to watch for a long time. If you know me and you know my channel, you know that one of my favourite genres is coming of age, and this definitely falls right smack bang in the middle of that genre. It's about a young woman or young girl, teenager, who becomes pregnant by Michael Cera's character, and she decides that she's going to put the baby up for adoption, and the parents would the supposed parents, the to be parents, whatever you call them, are Jason Bateman and Jennifer Garner, and you've got her dad played by J.K. Simmons and her stepmom played by Alison Janney, who are all fantastic in the film. And yeah, as I say, it's exactly what you think of when you think of a coming-of-age film. It's a Jason Reitman film, and I think he's a terrific director. It might be my favourite film of his. And yeah, it's just the trials and tribulations of being pregnant and being a young adult and that sort of thing. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thought it was really funny as well. Very heartwarming at times, and yeah, right up my street that once. That is Juno. And then next up, I watched Berserk with Joan Crawford, which is 60s, late 60s, set in England. It's a British film. This circus run by Joan Crawford's character. I won't go too much into it. It's kind of like a murder mystery whodunit type of affair, type of film. All about set around this circus, and yeah, I'm not going to go much more into the story. I'd say go into it blind like I did. You'll enjoy it more. If you like Joan Crawford, if you like older British films whodunits, definitely up your street. Really well done, really well paced. The acting was really good. Got lots of different character actors in this. Obviously, you've got, as it says, Diane Dors, Michael Gough, Judy Geeson. Yeah, those are all some names that I'm familiar with. So, yeah, if you're into that sort of thing, 100% give this one a watch. I personally enjoyed it. It will definitely be staying in my collection because I can definitely see myself giving this another go in the future. So that was Berserk. Next up, and long overdue a watch for the first time, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Steven Spielberg, a classic film. And whilst I thought this was excellent, I did watch the director's cut, which I've heard is the best cut to watch of the film. I thought this was a really good film, but not top Spielberg for me personally. There are other films that I would definitely put higher up than this. I'd say for me personally, this is mid-tier Spielberg. not to say I didn't enjoy it. I thought it was a really good film. I thought Richard Dreyfuss was excellent. I thought the special effects were really good as well. And overall, I thought the story was a really good sci-fi story, definitely ahead of its time. Yeah, one that I'll go back to again in the future. As I say, did enjoy it, especially the last half an hour. I thought that was great. Some great stuff there. But yeah, middle of the road Spielberg for me. Not his best, but definitely nowhere near his worst. It was smack bang in the middle. So yeah, that's Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Then next up, I decided to watch The Great Escape, another one that I wanted to watch for a long time and just never got around to. So obviously war film from the 60s with the likes of Steve McQueen, James Garner, Dickie Attenborough, you got David McCallum, Donald Pleasance, James Coburn, Charles Bronson, just a really, really great supporting cast. All are based on a true story about this camp that is specifically made for all these generals and all that have escaped in the past or tried to escape prisons in the past, and it's basically about them making this grand escape to get out of this prison and get themselves free. And yeah, great, you got the fantastic score from Elmer Bernstein. Everybody probably knows the main theme from this. Just a really great film, clocking in almost 3 hours, sorry, but still great film. Don't feel the runtime. It's just a fantastic, well-made film from the 60s. One of my favourite of war films of its time, and yet one that I will definitely be giving a watch again in the future. Have I gone out of focus a bit there? So, there we go. That's a bit better. Next up, we have The Railway Man, Colin Firth and Nicole Kidman, a war film based on a true story. I think I'm missing one out, but I'll get to them in a minute. I think I did watch one before this, but because it's in a box set and I watched 2 of those films, I'll get back to that in a minute. But yeah, The Railway Man, really good, based on a true story about a man in the 80s, and he finds out he was a prisoner of war in Japan during the Second World War, working on the railway lines, and he finds out that one of his, I suppose, torturers, the way he sees it, they found him, his mate that was with him has found him, so he wants to go and talk to him, I suppose. Like, you know, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anymore because this film is one that could easily be spoiled. But you got Colin Firth and Nicole Kidman, both fantastic in this. Hiroyuki Sanada, who was in Shogun most recently, absolutely fantastic in this as well. I suppose it's about healing and just about how you deal with this sort of thing in your life, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thought it was a really good watch. So yeah, that's The Railway Man. Next up, more Colin Firth. A rewatch that I had to rewatch for a film I watched yesterday. That's Bridget Jones: The Edge of Reason, the second in the Bridget Jones franchise, and yeah, another really solid film. I don't think any of these films are bad. I probably like them all just as much as each other. I can say I haven't seen the 4th one now. They're all equally as good as each other. All equally bring something different. Just as funny, heartwarming. Yeah, this is another solid installment. Hugh Grant, Colin Firth returning, obviously, and yeah, again, really funny. And then I might as well talk about Bridget Jones' Baby. As I said, same thing. Obviously, this time you don't have Hugh Grant back. You've got Patrick Dempsey in his place, who does a good job. Obviously, he's not Daniel Cleaver, Hugh Grant's character, but fills in quite well. You got the addition of obviously Emma Thompson in this, who plays a doctor, and yeah, another decent one. And the 4th one, again, I've not got it because I saw it at the cinema, but I say very much on the same thing. Good way to end the franchise. Very emotional, probably the most emotional of the 4 films. Very funny still, and yeah, another perfect addition to the franchise. And then I'll talk about these films. Big gaps in my collection. Star Wars. Obviously, if you've seen my Watch Pile episode the last week, you know I watched The Empire Strikes Back, which I absolutely loved. Thought was incredible. So I won't go on much more about that. If you want to know my full thoughts on that, go back and watch my Watch Pile video. But then a few days later, I went and watched Return of the Jedi, which I also really liked. Not quite as much as The Empire Strikes Back. There are more elements of The Empire Strikes Back that I liked than Return of the Jedi. I mean, for example, I liked all the stuff on Endor in Return of the Jedi with the Ewoks. Basically, the second half of the film I loved. The first half, there were bits of it that I liked, bits of it that were just a bit like, you know, I liked parts of bits with Jabba, and then the bits leading up for that to then get into Endor, I was a bit bored with. But overall, still a really solid film. Yeah, solid trilogy. I can say I've watched now. I'll hopefully try and get into the prequels at some point next week, because then I can say I've seen every Star Wars film, which everybody's probably thought, why have you not seen all Star Wars by now? But yeah, finally getting around to it, finally putting it in motion. So yeah, that's Star Wars Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Ooh, just quite a short one this week. The last one, which I watched last night, just because it was short, thought it'd be funny. I thought, why not put it on, give myself a good laugh. And that's The Cannonball Run, another one that I picked up last week. Sorry, the lighting's getting a bit weird because the sun is really coming up now. Yeah, you got great cast in this. Burt Reynolds, Roger Moore, Farrah Fawcett, Dom DeLuise. You've got Jackie Chan, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Adrian Barbeau, Terry Bradshaw. Yeah, really great cast in this one. And yeah, it was good. Until everything leading up to the race was a bit boring because it was just a lead up. But then the race itself, when that started, yeah, there was definitely some really funny bits in it. Really well done. So yeah, I think this one I'll keep because I think I will watch it again. I'm interested to see what the second one's like. Yeah, it's a shame the first bit was a bit slow, but I can get past that and I'll give it another watch. But yeah, that is The Cannonball Run. And that is all 11 films I've watched in the last week, and shorter than some videos where I've watched less, which is weird. But yeah, hopefully, obviously I've got some more stuff planned to watch. I am going to hold out. I'm waiting on a few more pickups, like deliveries, sorry. Because I've got 3 already. And I'm waiting for another 3 or 4, I think I want to say. So I'll wait until they arrive and then I'll do another pickups video probably sometime next week. Got another video which I was supposed to upload yesterday, but I thought I'd save it for next week. So I'll put that up probably tomorrow, maybe? Tomorrow or Tuesday, I want to say. And yeah, then obviously I'll have Watch Pile on Wednesday, and then, yeah, back to this. So I will say, before we go, we do have another live stream tomorrow night, Monday, the 17th of February, again at 7:30. I have put it on my community page, but I will say it again here, just in case anyone missed it. It will be myself again hosting, alongside Tim Cole, why did I go blank then? Sammy G's World of Movies, or is it World of Cinema? Sorry, Sam. And Roy with a special guest, which I'm going to save until the stream. But yeah, definitely one special guest. We're hoping to get different people on every week that are outside of the Loons group, just to get different perspective, different people chatting. Because obviously there are more of us in the WhatsApp group, but Monday's the day where most of us can join, so that is the day that I think we're going to stick with for now. But yeah, hopefully that'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully, well, the last one went on for 3 hours, so let's see how this one goes. Roy as well. Did I say Roy? I'm sure I said Roy as well. Roy will be joining us as well, back this week, hopefully. But if you want to check their channels out, go to my community page, to the tab that I put up, and their links are there. I would say I'll put their links below, but I'm awful at remembering to put links in descriptions and stuff in descriptions, like terrible. So go back to the community page and their channels are all there. I talk about them a lot. I've told you what their channels is. Blue Roy Movies is Roy's channel. And yeah, that is it for this video. So if you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, turn your notification bell on so you know when I have a new video uploaded to the channel. Comment down below anything and everything. As you know, I always take the time to get back to anyone that leaves me a comment because I really do appreciate it. And that is it. So until next time, everyone, take care. Goodbye.